Alright, welcome back to the MS Logan, where we're playing Vampyr. Yes, and we're continuing where we left off previously. I'm currently trying to find a way to Dawson's mansion. So I'm just gonna cut the video where I'm actually making progress. I was wandering around in the sewers in the previous episode with not really making any progress, I don't think. So I'm just gonna cut the video where I'm actually getting closer to Dawson's mansion here. Yes.
I cannot enter.
Wait. Ooh, I think I'm making progress, guys. Hold up. The water is lower, allowing me to... I did not see this in the previous episode. There's stairs leading down here. Brilliant. I think I'm making some progress, yeah? Good, good. Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Thought it was gonna be more difficult, but hooray! Hooray for me. Let's see. Let me go, you bastard. Oh, there's someone down here. I'll be with you in just a moment, ma'am. Oops. I left. I thought it was just a normal door. She's down there in the sewers. Let's head back and rescue her, God. What? What was that? Dr. Reid, I'm so glad to see you again. You guys saw that dialogue there. Oh, the temple church. I do believe it's inside. The sewers. Let's head back. Otherwise, she might die the next time we evolve. How long are you gonna keep me locked down here? Where are you though? Where are you? Ooh, common axe, nice. Not really. Let's see, where are you? I'll be with you in just a moment, if I could find you somehow. There you are. How do I get to you? Let's going back to where we came. I'll be with you in just a moment, ma'am. This way. Oh.
This is now my domain, young Echo.
Vampire or not, I'll never be your wife! Let me go, you bastard!
Feeling lucky. Punk. a disgusting arsehole. Arsehole, yes. I'm here to save you. Knight in shining armor.
Miss Teasdale, are you all right?
How do you know my name? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Reid. I managed to track you down thanks to your father.
So my father really was looking after me. This man, this vampire told me my father was dead. Is it true?
I'm afraid so, miss. I'm so sorry for your loss. But you are free to go, as your abductor is no more.
I suppose my jailer also killed my father, didn't he?
Thankfully, he did not search your father's corpse, where I found his notes describing where he might find you. You should read them.
I must find my father's body. He deserves a proper burial.
Yeah, I shouldn't linger around here. Medical checkup. Oh, I can't do that quite yet. Right here.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale. And be careful. Until we meet again.
Indeed. Jeez. I think there's more romantic places to propose. Jeez. Louise. Alright. Let's head to this mansion, shall we? Go, go, go. Oh, here we are. Righto, righto, this time. Oh, the rest of the people are here. Let's interact, shall we? Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are and why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke Doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
I work for the Ascalon Club, yes.
I work for the Ascalon Club. Here is my permit to go freely about the city.
The Ascalon Club? You should have said so, sir. I must warn you, these streets are dangerous, and you'd better be careful.
Yeah. The Scotland Yard.
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
Ooh, a killer, you say?
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with the civilians, sir.
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
Ooh, clever.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
Indeed, indeed they do.
What are you really doing here?
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard, investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work alone?
Yes, the situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange, which requires police attention?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
No, I've noticed nothing odd.
All right. But keep your eyes open, though.
Yes, of course, of course.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
Or skulls.
What are you investigating, exactly?
I have a missing woman, possibly abducted a few nights ago. Louise Teasdale.
No, I found her.
It seems you already found my other missing person, Mr. Tadao Kimura.
Tell me about Louise Teasdale.
She's a waitress. Her father reported her missing. We don't have enough men to search for her, sadly.
Do you have any idea where she could be?
No. But I feel she's been abducted. She went to a pub a few nights ago and vanished. I thought about the sewers, but I'm not equipped for such an investigation.
Yeah, don't worry, I've already found her.
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it. With just one phone call.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reid. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
That's why Elizabeth didn't want me to turn him to a vampire. I'm not sure he deserves my blood, to be honest. Oh my god. What is going on here? This is trippy.
Good evening, sir. I am Dr. Jonathan Reid. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
Sure, there's a lot to eat here.
I still enjoy living in London, no matter how difficult it can be sometimes.
Then I am sincerely happy for you. True happiness in life seems to be the most difficult goal to reach these days.
Yes.
May I ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see?
Who are you waiting for exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
I'm afraid I'm not following you.
They're
What
crazy.
kind of trap are you talking about?
Have
Crazy.
you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you are not in your place? That sort of trap.
They're crazy.
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
Ooh. Hold up. What's this? So they're both healthy, okay. Let's follow them.
What has happened to the London that I knew?
Interesting. Let's eavesdrop on their conversation.
We should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go? Anywhere. Anywhere that isn't here. And what is that, by the way? A safer place? A less strange place? And where would that be? Life is strange. And we are alive. For now, yes. But for how long? If we decided to flee, we should be far from town already. All right. But where would we go?
Oh my god. What is wrong with those two? So weird. They act the same, almost look the same, dress the same.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. Can I be of assistance?
Dr. Reid? Dr. Reid?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city. As soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
What is going on?
Can you tell me anything about this district?
So weird.
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
I know we are not living in the most peaceful of times, but I have learned to appreciate London's complexity.
Yes, me too. This city tests us. It invites us to find ourselves, to discover our true nature scattered throughout its dark streets.
But what if we don't like what we find?
Do we ever know who we are? I wonder sometimes. Or maybe it is the journey to find out who we are that changes us.
Right.
And what do you do, sir? For a living, that is.
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Tell me more about why you want to leave London, then.
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life out of the city.
Pericles, tell me why your brother disagrees with your presence here.
Agamemnon is naive sometimes. Although don't consider him a fool, sir. He is often more lucid than me.
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing, and for what reason.
But is that not a common problem for all mortals?
What can you tell me about your brother?
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your time with me. He has always been the more gentle of us.
That's it? That's all you can tell me about him?
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
It's like I'm in the Shivering Isles. What are these conversations I'm having with this guy? They're both mad.
Who are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help us leave this city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me to stay a while longer, and here we are.
Tell me more about your strange feelings towards the city.
I would be happy to describe them, but it's too hard to explain with mere words what I'm feeling. It's unclear, too confused.
Go on, please.
Where should I start? The world is chaos. Men go mad, and nature itself runs roughshod over us all.
This is not the first time mankind has faced a deadly epidemic or a war.
Men kill each other, while nature decides to kill them all. I don't know what scares me the most. Do you?
Your madness is very scary.
Plagues and epidemics can be seen as an implacable force, a curse even. But the ferocity of mankind worries me more, for we choose what we do.
Yes. At least nature is not aware of all the suffering she brings to us. At least that's what I am hoping.
How long have you been waiting for this man?
Sometimes I feel as though I've been waiting for him for ages. Perhaps it is my role in life to wait for him.
What
Not a
is
pleasant
going
thought.
on?
It could be dangerous for you, waiting here all night.
That's quite true. But what other choice do we have? We are waiting here until we finally go.
Mr. Baker, I have met many strange people during my life, but you are definitely one of the strangest.
Really? I don't feel particularly odd or weird. All I want to do is leave. What's wrong with that?
Why are you still waiting for this person?
What would be the point of going before meeting the man, as he's going to help us leave?
Right. Of course.
Pericles, what are you going to do now?
I don't know. Perhaps it's time to leave. Perhaps we should stay a little longer. How can I tell?
And where exactly are you thinking of going?
In a place where I will finally have that feeling, to be where I belong. The world has to be meaningless chaos to make such a heaven plausible.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker.
What on earth are you guys on about? Did I discover all their hints? I did. That's 8,000 XP right there. Delicious. Sepsis. You.
Dr. Reid.
Yep.
Do you need medical attention, Inspector?
I'm afraid I may have caught something. I don't feel too well.
Here you are.
You'll quickly feel better after taking this.
Thank you, Dr. Reid. I really appreciate it.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yep. Talk soon again. This should help us, not or it should help the district to not fall into chaos. We find and cure people in this district before we meet Dawson. Very nice. Let's see here. Let's make one of those. One of those. Yay! There we are. So many. That's definitely the wrong neighborhood right now. Back to this side. Much safer, I think. Yes. Let's see. Why is there blood? It's a skull. Where do I need to go? Enter Dawson'S mansion. Right here. I'd like to meet. I saw someone else. I saw someone else. The turban, or whatever they're called. I saw this guy. I saw this guy for a second. Where on earth is that guy? Down there. How do I get down there? Very confusing. Very confusing. Not gonna lie. How do we get down there? Wait, is the turban wearing guy down here, perhaps? Hey? A trap? Yes. What are you doing down here? Good sir.
Perhaps London will survive the epidemic.
The crime of lost knowledge. Just pause the video and read this for yourselves, if you're interested.
I see terrible trials awaiting in
It's
the future.
locked, all right.
Excuse me?
Jonathan Reid. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you.
Oh.
My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be
Oh.
precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they tell me everything. They've told me of your unquenchable thirst for blood. Be wary, Ekon. I've heard such a rich diet can be bad for the heart.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller then.
Oh, I can tell you many things, but they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Read my fortune, then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
What do you do around here?
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
Oh, we're definitely reading that. Of all the books, I choose to skip. That is the one we're gonna read, guys.
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Charlatan. Okay.
Here is the money.
Redemption. A strong man eager to help and support the weak. A criminal who redeemed himself. A better life, rebuilt from scratch.
Can you read the card?
Put the money on the table.
Yes, do it again.
Here is the money.
Do it
An
again.
alchemist. A wise and cunning mind who lives by lying to all but himself. He sells false promises and is proud of it.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Can you read the cards for me?
But
Again.
Here
Again.
is
Again.
the money.
the sorceress, a heart-shaped trap built to entangle a loved one. Mirrors on every wall to see her own reflection constantly.
Again.
Can you read the
Put
card?
the money on the table.
Here is the money.
Love. Pure and unseen, untold. The two hearts love each other without knowing it, without daring to admit it.
Again.
Can you read the
Put
Here is the money.
The Joker. A woman bent to obey and debase herself. A cruel gaze in the dark. A monster laughing at you.
Clayton likes the prostitute.
Can you read the card?
Put the money.
Again.
Here is the money.
The Hermit. An old man. A broken soul who has seen too much. The burden of guilt. This man will give up once the disease is defeated.
Again.
Put the money.
No.
Perhaps. Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. The Fool and the Empress, again. What are the cards trying to tell us?
Who knows? I have no money left. That was fun. We got a lot of clues. It's very suspicious. Enter Dawson'S mansion. How do we do it? Let's see, who haven't we met here? Ah, we've met everyone. Very nice. Well, I actually don't know where those two are. We'll meet them eventually, hopefully. Let's find a way into this mansion, shall we? This is the church. This way? No, that's the way we came from. Oh, I think I found it, Chris.
I am sorry, I can't help you, sir.
Oh, it's a shop.
Perhaps
It's a
you should
shop.
talk to someone else instead.
Loot. Loot.
Dr. Reid, I am glad to see you.
Have we met before? What?
Good evening, Miss Price. I'm Dr. Reid. Do you remember me?
Dr. Reid? Yes, of course. You are the doctor who healed me and my mum.
Oh.
Good evening,
Of
Dr.
course.
Reid.
Good to see you too, Carol. Are you all right?
Oh, yes. I did not hurt myself recently. I know how to take care of myself now. I'm almost a grown-up.
Of course.
Why are you awake at night, Carol?
I am helping my mother in her shop. It's not easy, but I'm a grown-up now.
I'm sure your mother is grateful for your help.
I do the best I can. But I'm so clumsy sometimes. I drop things. I injure myself. It's a good thing my mother has the patience of an angel.
Why is work not easy? Is something or someone bothering you?
Oh no, most people are gentle with me. But I'm so nervous sometimes. I pay no attention and hurt myself. Good thing my mum learned first aid.
Okay.
What can you tell me of the people living nearby?
I don't speak to many people, except our customers. It's not easy to make friends. And with the epidemic, it's even more difficult.
What can you tell me about the epidemic?
Some of our regular customers have left London. Some others only send their housemaids now. Everybody fears the contagion. I've even seen men with weapons.
Ooh.
Have you no friends at all?
No. Mr. Nithercote used to pass by and was always nice to me.
Does he not come by anymore?
No. Mum said he was weird. Always reciting poetry about a girl he'd met in Whitechapel. I wonder who this camellia may be.
Dr. Reid, I am.
Do you enjoy working with your mother?
Oh yes, Doctor. My mother raised me alone after my father died. We've always lived together, and she has always watched over me.
Do you remember your father?
No, I was just a baby then. My mother always told me how strong and good he was.
Do you ever think about getting married now you're a woman?
Oh no, Dr. Reid. Mum always says I'm still a child who has no idea how tough life can be. No husband would like a clumsy girl like me.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Is it true you often hurt yourself, Carol?
Yes, it's true. I try to behave, I really do. But one way or another, I always end up injured or wounded. I'm so stupid.
Why would you be stupid?
It's like I can't help getting under my mother's feet. That's how I end up being pushed, cut, or burned. You see, I'm a stupid girl, really.
When exactly do these accidents happen?
Ever since I was little. That's why I need to stay with Mum. I'm not capable of taking care of myself.
Do you need my medical attention?
Oh, please, sir. Do not waste your time with me. There is nothing to be worried about.
Look into my eyes and accept this medicine.
Don't be shy. It's my duty to take care of you.
Thank you, sir. Much obliged.
Yes.
Goodbye, Carol.
Stay a little longer this time.
I am sorry, I can't help you, sir. Perhaps you should talk with someone else instead.
Good evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Dr. Reid, I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left, but he's not as kind as you.
Always glad to see a former patient in good condition. It's been a long time.
Too long indeed. And as a token of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my humble shop.
Okay.
What can you tell me about yourself, Miss Price?
I'm still managing my shop. The only difference is, since the quarantine, we're open at night. You, on the contrary, seem to have changed a lot.
How do you mean?
Really? Have I changed that much? It must have been the war, and the night shifts since my return.
Don't get me wrong, Dr. Reid, you're still handsome. Just maybe a little bit wiser, more serious. It suits you well.
Tell me more about yourself. No new fiancé? I remember you were hoping to get remarried. I'm sure you must have a few suitors.
Who would marry an old bat like myself with a grown daughter and a little business? As you know, I only fancy handsome men like yourself.
Ooh.
Have you noticed anything in particular in this part of town recently?
Other than you coming back to cheer me up? Nothing at all, Dr. Reid.
Carol's gratitude is exemplary. She seems determined never to leave you.
I'm taking care of my daughter as well as I can. It's not always easy, but she's the best gift life gave me.
But she'll probably leave you someday to live her own life. Will that be difficult for you?
Why would she leave? Children sometimes stay with their parents until the end, for they know no one else will love them as much.
Jeez. Oh, that's almost dark.
Does your daughter still worry you, Miss Price? I remember you were often concerned about her health when she was younger.
Have you not seen Carol since you returned? She's almost a young woman now, but she'll always remain my sweet little baby.
So you're less afraid?
Some things never change. Carol is still too clumsy for her own good. Sometimes her innocence puts her in real danger.
Why would her innocence put her in danger?
She does not realize how cruel life can be. Maybe I was a bad mother to protect her too much. My poor dear Carol.
You have every reason to be cautious, Miss Price, especially in these difficult times.
Maybe you could talk with her, Dr. Reid. It would be nice to have a man here more often. We would both feel safer.
Right. I think she wants me. Do you often hurt Carol? What? You're not abusing your own daughter, are you?
Tell me, Carolyn, do you often wound or hurt your daughter by mistake?
No. I always thought it was Carol's clumsiness that caused these incidents. Maybe it's a family trait, Doctor.
You really believe it's just bad luck and being clumsy, then?
Of course, Doctor. What else could it be? I have nothing to hide.
Well, I suppose... You abuse your daughter, right? Not the truth.
You are responsible for your daughter's many injuries and scars, Carolyn.
Confess.
You brutalize her, don't you?
How could I abuse my own flesh and blood? This is nonsense.
Confess your
It
sins.
would be like hurting myself.
You really believe you've done nothing wrong, don't you? How long has this been going on for? I should have seen it when you were my patients.
Seen what? Child abuse? Are you mad, Dr. Reid? I dedicated my whole life to my precious Carol. She is a part of me.
Yes. Even her name is just a part of yours. This is a terrible tragedy. Something of an unknown disorder. My God. Abuse that comes from overwhelming love.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. How dare you say something like that? What kind of a monster do you think I am?
A monster that just got added to my hit list. Delicious.
Speak to me, Carolyn. Why do you behave like this? How does it make you feel to hurt Carol before cajoling her?
I don't know. It makes me feel good to take care of my daughter. I need to feel useful. No one ever takes care of me. I need someone to take care of me.
Do you realize Carol is a person? Not a toy, not a doll. The poor girl would put her hand in a flame to please you. You are both trapped in this toxic relationship.
Carol and I are perfectly happy. Leave us be. How stupid I was to believe you could be a suitable husband.
You're a threat to Carol, and I need to take you out. But I need to heal you first.
You're a threat to Carol, and no child should feel unsafe in the presence of their parents.
No, Dr. Reid. You are the threat. You are threatening to separate a mother from her only daughter, from the meaning of her life.
Do you need my medical attention, Miss Price?
Oh yes, I feel so oppressed lately. And tired and feeble too. Thank you so much, Doctor. You're always so considerate.
I'm just doing my job.
Perhaps.
She's sick.
But I have always been grateful for your concern, you know.
She's sick. She's sick.
May I look at your...
It's always a pleasure to have you.
Let's see, what do you have? What do you have here? Can I sell something? Yes. Sell that. Sell these as well. We have enough for another reading. Yes, tell me my future.
Dr. Reid, I am glad to see you again.
Yes.
Good evening, young lady.
My mother always prefers when people simply call me Carol.
Carol, okay.
You need to understand you are in danger, Carol. Your mother is responsible for all your injuries.
That's a lie. She has always taken good care of me. She only gets irritated when I get under her feet. It's my fault. My mum loves me so much.
Yes, Carol. Your mother believes she loves you as much as you're convinced she loves you. But you are both trapped in a toxic relationship that puts you in danger.
What are you saying? That she lied to me all these years? That she wants me to be miserable? My mother has dedicated her life to my safety.
Your mother is sick.
Your mother is terribly sick, Carol. She suffers from one of the most sadistic attitudes I've ever encountered, and tortures you with a twisted sense of love.
No, my mum loves me and only wants the best for me. It's my fault if I can never do anything right. She deserved a better girl than me.
Wow.
Goodbye, Carol.
I am sorry, I can't help you, sir.
If this district doesn't fall into chaos when we kill Dawson, we're taking her out. Let's see, they're all recovering except her. Hopefully this district can take this blow. I'm gonna gamble. I just need to find this bloody Dawson fella. How do we get to this mansion? How do we get there? How do we get there? What's over here? What's over there? What's over here? What's over here then? Good day, good size.
It's a leak!
Yep. No. Shh. Shh.
Best be moving on.
Don't worry. I just need your blood. Don't worry. Nom 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 nom. Dawson, how do we get to Dawson? Here? Is this his mansion? I think I found it, guys. Yes! Brilliant. Yes! Yes! Didn't take long at all.
Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains. Am I ready to make a dying man my progeny?
Nope. Nope. He's blackened his heart with dark texts. Nope. He's an evil little bastard. And I'm gonna gamble. Hopefully the district doesn't fall into chaos, but whatever if it does, you know, whatever. Sort of a shame, I suppose. All the XP going to waste. A newspaper article. We don't really have time to read this. Scotland Yard, rabble. Just, you know, pause the video and read it for yourselves if you're interested.
Reduced in rank for falsely accusing a man of murder. I wonder what Inspector Albright thinks about his punishment.
Thank you for reading that out for us, Dr. Reid. Thank you very much. There we are. Oh, shiny. Yes. Ah, dying sick man. Just a rat. Psst. I'm not gonna turn him into a vampire. Nope. No. But I will loot his home.
It's locked.
Maybe he has his key on him. Perhaps. He's a bad man. Mr. Dawson. Eh?
Finally you're here, Dr. Reid. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Aye.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
Indeed.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
I am the Reaper.
Very well.
Sorry.
But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reid. Planned very carefully.
Sir, I'm going to end your life. Do you not wish to discuss the procedure for even a minute?
I don't have a minute to indulge in idle chatter. I can't feel my legs. And the cold. So cold.
I will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege, or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
You'll need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reid, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
My god.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
Oh my god, this guy. Please, game, allow me to fake turning him and just allow him to die.
Let's move on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reid. And I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same. What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London. I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of people?
My money. My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor. I'm a businessman. I'm used to tough decisions.
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, it will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
Oh my god.
By doing so, you will also create 2 separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
Quarantine is not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
As long as the right people are on the right side of the wall, that's all that matters.
Of course, of course.
But you can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
This guy. I've heard enough. This is a horrible person.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last! All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Oh, there's a hint there, okay. Turn. Nope.
You don't deserve immortality, Mr. Dawson.
What? What are you prattling on about?
I don't believe I've ever met a man so bereft of empathy. You, sir, are despicable.
No! Wait! You can't! I made a deal with Lord Redgrave. I'll finance whatever he wants. Please, just ask him.
Sleep now.
Redgrave.
Rest now. Forever.
Redgrave's just a rat. I have royal blood running through my veins. He's a lesser creature.
I would have lived forever. Who are you to decide my fate? Who gave you the authority?
My maker. The authority of my blood. Ancient demands respect. actually, we got ourselves a key. Let's see if it opens up the safe. 500 shillings, so many readings from that turban guy. Whee! I suppose this is a good place to end it, I suppose. I think an hour has already gone by, so yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Vampyr, and yeah, see you guys in my next episode of Vampyr, guys. Yes. Hopefully you enjoyed, and yeah, hopefully, I'm just repeating myself now. Have a nice day, and yeah, see you guys. See ya.